Over the years, we've been to a lot of RV lots and shows.
And we're going to share some of the RV shopping tips we've come to appreciate along the way.
One of the most important things to have is a plan. You want to keep your objective for going to the lot or the show in mind.
Yeah, it's really easy to get distracted by the cute little trailers and the big fancy motorhomes and even the vendors if it's a big show. So have in mind what you're going to look for and do that first.
Yeah, and if you see some of those things that catch your eye, just kind of keep them in mind for after you meet your objectives.
It's a good idea to bring along a checklist of the needs and criteria that you're looking for.
Yeah, and you can add questions to it that you might want to ask a salesperson. It's easy to forget those types of things when you're out there. Another thing that we've done is make a matrix, and we'll just kind of write down some of the models on one side of the chart, and then on the other columns we'll just kind of list all the different things that we want to make sure that an RV has that we're looking for, and then we kind of check them off as we go. And it goes a long way when you get back home and look at it.
Yeah, there's a lot of things. There's going to be things that you definitely have to have. For example, if you're getting a trailer and you already have a truck, you'll have a certain weight limit, or maybe there's a certain length that you want to stay under. But also list the things that you'd like to have, and then you can keep track of those things and see which models have more of the things that you'd like to have along with the things that you definitely have to have.
Yeah, certainly. Something you're definitely going to want to bring along is a camera. And you might want to bring something more than your cell phone, but if you don't have one, just use your cell phone. But I like bringing along something that has a wide angle lens so that I can get good video and pictures of the different models that we go in. And you're also going to want to make sure that you charge your batteries and be ready before you leave.
Yeah, you don't want the batteries to run out right in the middle of a great RV that you found. And be sure to take a picture of the model number and the brand and everything of the RV before you start taking pictures, because when you go back, they all start running together and you forget
definitely
which feature was in which one and which floor plan went with what. So be sure you have that at the beginning of the photos or the videos as you start to take those.
Yeah, and we've even taken pictures of the spec sheets and things like that. Anything that you see that could help you when you get back and you're trying to make sense of it all, because you might see a living room that you really like in one, and then you think that kitchen was with that, but when you get back you find out that was in different models, because good things have a tendency to stick out and make you not remember the other things. So pictures and video will go a long way.
Yes, for sure. Something that I always have with me that's really good to have if you're RV shopping is a tape measure. I have a small one that I just carry in my purse, and there are several things that we like to measure when we were looking at RVs. For example, we had a great new TV that we had recently purchased, and we wanted to make sure that the opening for the TV would accommodate that. So that was an important thing to measure.
Yeah, and I actually measured the storage tubs at our house before we were moving into the RV. I wanted to know exactly how much space these would take up, and I kind of positioned them like they would go into the main compartment of the RV. And so I got that complete measurement, and I was able to measure at the shows or at lots and find out if the storage compartment would fit the tubs that I intended to put in it. And we did that for some of the things inside too, like appliances for the kitchen and stuff like that. It went a long way to know the exact measurements. And I mean, to our surprise, when we moved in, everything fit the way we thought it would, and it was all pre-measured, so there were no surprises. I think probably the only surprise was that we actually had more space than we thought, because we did all this pre-measuring. You're definitely going to want to bring along some miscellaneous items, and some of these you'll come up with on your own because everyone's needs vary. One important thing for us was drinking water. Some of the shows that we've been to could charge $3 or $4 for it. Some of it was free, which left some to be desired sometimes, and some was good water and it was free, but we don't take the chance, so we bring our own bottled water.
Yeah, and you'll definitely want to wear comfortable shoes. You're going to be walking a lot, going up and down stairs. It might be crowded, so it might take longer than you anticipate, so be sure that you have some nice comfortable shoes.
Yeah, and another thing that we like to bring along is some reading glasses. And it's, if you can't see the fine print on some things, that could be problematic. So, you know, we bring them along just as in case we need to see some kind of fine print on something. So, you know, everybody's eyesight varies, but that's one thing that we've found that can be good. You know,
and helpful.
Yeah, I'm not that old, but you know, I do need a little help here and there in low lighting.
Yeah, and those little things that they have on the door that has the weight and everything, those are really small and difficult to read. So glasses are definitely helpful if you need them.
Yeah.
And another thing is we usually bring along a lunch because depending on the venue, there may be a restaurant, they may give out hot dogs, there may be nothing. So if you have to leave the premises to go get something to eat, that's going to take a big chunk out of your shopping time. So we always would bring along a cooler with a lunch or at least some kind of snacks.
Yeah, and some of those places that you can get food is not the best pick. So
yeah.
we like having things that we like to eat with us. So that's been really handy. And we just take a little tiny cooler with a little strap on it, you know, and it's easy to carry around. So that comes in handy. Another thing that's kind of interesting is that we've been to a lot of shows in the Pacific Northwest, and you would think that they would, you know, have rain up there at these shows and things, but we really never ran into that because most of the shows are outside and are inside, and some of the shows that we went to outside were in the middle of summer and it didn't rain. Ironically, the shows that we've been to in the Southwest, because they tend to be outside, we've been caught in the rain a couple times. So an umbrella is something that you might want to think of. You know, it can help keep some of the things that you're carrying, you know, dry, and it makes it, you know, if you're filming and stuff like that outside, you know, you can keep your camera dry. And one of the umbrellas that we have actually has a reflective nature quality to it, and it keeps the sun off. So if you're out in really hot sun, it stays much cooler under the umbrella. We've had people standing behind us in line and just say, wow, that it feels cool coming from underneath that umbrella. And we've actually sat next to people that have had like a black umbrella, and then we've had ours, and it was much cooler under the reflective one. I'll put a link in the description to that.
Yeah, and be sure to bring tickets if you need tickets for the show. And look online before you go, because often there'll be discounts or maybe 2-for-1s or sometimes even a donation to get into the show. So be sure you check that out before you head out.
Yeah. We hope these RV shopping tips are of some use to you. Some of them might seem kind of simple, but hopefully they'll serve as a reminder the next time you're shopping for an RV.
Yeah, and don't forget to comment, share, and subscribe.
Thanks for watching. This is a 2016 Winnebago Brave. It's 31 feet long. It's got a V10 6.8 liter Ford motor in it. Nice little old-fashioned logo there from way back when. Let's have a look on the inside. Kind of got a somewhat nostalgic feel to it. Looks like that's where the TV comes up. Overhead storage here, both sides. Same old type of stuff where the seat lifts up for underneath storage. Table comes down to form a bed. Overhead storage or bed. Looks like it's got a somewhat updated console with the automatic leveling system. Chairs swivel around to face the interior. I'm sure the couch folds into a bed. A little bit of kitchen storage, not a whole lot. Little oven, 3-burner stovetop. Looks like this whole slide here comes into about mid-sink area and it slides in. It's got a Whirlpool refrigerator freezer. More the controls here for your heat pump and battery, AC and heat thermostat. Let's take a look at the shower here. Has a skylight. Immediately across from it, you got the bathroom, toilet. It's the bed. Got some overhead storage here. Cubby there. End table. Nightstand has a little storage area in it. There's a big mirror. That's the ladder for the overhead bed area in the front. Big drawers down here. And here's your closet. It's going to be difficult to see in here, but goes all the way through down the other side. Removable shelves so you can hang clothes there or put larger items in that area. (2016) Winnebago Brave, 31 foot.